Today's session is the sixth Abhanga of Veda Haripat, and which dwells very much, it tells about the Mandukya Upanishad and the summary of Atharva Veda, Ayam Atma Brahma. The Atma Tattva in each one of us, it is being researched in this Mahavakya, Ayam Atma Brahma. In the first session, we had in the second or third session, we had experience about the four Mahavakyas of every Ved. Prajnanam Brahma from the Rig Ved, Aham Brahmasmi from Yajur Ved, Tat Tvam Asi from Sama Ved, and Ayam Atma Brahma from Atharva Ved. So this Abhanga on the Sadhutva ki Prapti, it very much enlightens us on the summary of Atharva Veda, which is in the 12 shlokas of the Mandukya Upanishad. And the summary in one line, it could be summarized as Ayam Atma Brahma. That is the experience out of this Abhanga. The Abhanga says, Sadhu Bodha Zhala to na uroniya thela. ठाईच मुराला अनुभव कापुराची वाती उजळली ज्योती ठाईच समाप्ती झाली जैसी. Jnaneshwar gives the drishtanta of kapur, camphor, and the jyoti. कापुराची वाती उजळली ज्योती ठाईच समाप्ती झाली जैसी. मोक्ष रेखे आला भाग्य विनटला साधूचा अंकिला हरी भक्त. One who is in complete surrender at the feet of the Sadguru, he is the true Hari Bhakta and he experiences that oneness with the Paramatatva. Jnanadeva Gudi Sangati Sajjani Hari Dise Jani Vani Atma Tatvi. That is the Sakshatkar, Brahma Sakshatkar, or Vishwarupa Darshan. We can say that Vishwarupa Darshan is experienced when the seeker of the path of divine life could see the Hari in every living and non-living creatures. So we will experience this important, and it is the crux of all Upanishad. It is said that Mandukya Upanishad is the crux of all Upanishad existing, and it has only 12 shlokas. And if we could experience these 12 shlokas, then you need not to study any Veda anymore or Upanishad anymore. It is so important for the seekers of the path of divine life. And it is the blessings of the Sadguru that in such a short time, we can have that experience of the Anusandhana of the Atma Tattva. That means, I am Atma Brahma. Now, let us understand this. When a person can have the Atma Gyan, a knowledge about himself, it is possible only when we have the bhav of witness, Sakshi Bhava. Sakshi Bhava of what? All those forces acting on us. Sakshi Bhava, witness about all the Trigunas effect on us, on my thought, on my behavior, on my emotions, on my karma. If I am able to be witness of all these forces acting on me, then only it is possible to see myself. Otherwise, the knowledge about oneself is not possible when I consider my thought and experiences as myself. So, the first thing in this is the bhav of witness, and which is only possible when we have the touchstone in the form of Sadguru. He first awakens us that this is my hand, that means I am not a hand. This is my ear, that means I am not a ear. This is my body, I am not a body. Then who am I is the first question, which is very well answered by Adi Shankaracharya in Nirvanashtakam. In the last session, we have experienced that his guru asked him, introduce yourself. And at the age of 11, Adi Shankar, he introduces himself, Mano Buddhya Hankara Chittani Naham, Nacha Srotra Jive, Nacha Grana Netre, Nacha Vyoma Bhumirna Tejona Vayu, Chidananda Rupaha, Shivoham, Shivoham. How is it possible to introduce in this way? Chidananda Rupaha, Shivoham, Shivoham. That means he was not in the avastha of Jagruk. He was not in the avastha of Swapna. He was not in the avastha of Sushupti. He was always in the avastha of Turya. That avastha, being one with the Brahma, is known as Turya. And that we have to understand and experience in this session. I will give you one small story about the avastha, and then we will experience and understand this. What happened when Raja Janak, once he was in his sleep, and in his dreams, he found himself that his all kingdom was lost in the battle, and he was no more a king, and he was roaming just to save his life. And it is in his dreams, his experience. And then he roams around and becomes a beggar, and he begs for a food, but he don't have the utensil to hold that food also. Then in the Nagar, he found some broken earthen pot, and for that earthen pot, he keep it on his hand and just beg for the food. And at that time also, it slipped from his hand, and he's so threatened, oh, what will happen to my hunger now? And he wakes up. And when he wakes up, he just amazed, surprised to see that, oh, it was a dream. I'm still a king. It was a dream, and I'm still the king. Then he asked his guru, Ashtavakra, what is the truth? Tell me the truth. Whether I am a king, this is the truth, or whatever I have experienced in my dreams, in my sleep, is it a truth? And that answer of Ashtavakra is the crux of all Veda and Upanishada. That is the experiencing of Ayam Atma Brahma. What Ashtavakra says that, Rajan, whatever you are experiencing in your Jagrukta, Vastavik, real life, it is not truth. Whatever you have experienced in your dreams, in sleep, it is also not a truth. Then what is the truth? The experience of the Turya Avastha, the experience of the Samadhi, the experience of being one with the Almighty is the only truth that exists in this universe. You are Brahma. You are not a king and you are not a beggar. You are just a Brahma. It is all the exploration of the only one tattva in different forms of living creatures. And that is you. This is the miracle of the touchstone of Sadguru. What happens when we have a Sadguru, like a iron turns into gold with the help of touchstone, that miracle happens and we realize, yes, who am I? That is the first experience, and that could be done, that could be achieved only with the witness, the bhava of witness. So the Chaitanya, the energy within us, it could be experiences and it could be researched in this journey, and the knowledge of this pure form of ourself, the knowledge of this experience of the self-actualization and being one with that Paramatatva, which is omnipresent, omniscient, it is far, far ahead of our identity, ascribed identity. Like, how many identities do we carry? We carry the identity of my surname, my caste, my varna, my religion, my nationality, my language, or my region to which I am belonging, even a male, female, or third gender, that is also an ascribed identity when it is a thought of the tattva. At the Brahma tattva, this ascribed identity has no meaning. All those upadhis we carry along with us, that I am this one, I am a king or a poor, or I am a servant or a master, I am an owner or a tenant, all these upadhis have no meaning when it is about the research of this tattva within each one of us. And that is the realization of mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham na cha srotra jive na cha ghrana netre na cha vyoma bhumirna tejona vayu chidananda rupaha shivoham shivoham chidananda rupaha shivoham shivoham. So that is the realization of our own self, who we are. This realization has the 4 stages. The Atma Tattva has a 4 stages. We have understand the story of Raja Janak and the bliss of Ashtavakra on him for his self-realization. So these 4 stages are, first is Jagruk Avastha. Means whatever I experiences with my 5 senses, that is known as Paroksha Gyan, I find it as a truth. Whatever I see is truth. Whatever I experience by my touch, it is a truth. Whatever I smell is a truth. Whatever I feel is a truth. And that is known as the Jagruk. That is the Vastavikta, reality. And in this Vastavikta, our 5 senses, whatever gives us the knowledge, we say that this is the truth for me. That is Jagrukta. And when the Trigunas have the effect on you, then it is completely a life in ignorance, inertia, and illusion. It is known as avidya. When we have the difference between the drushti, drashta, and drushya, they are different for us. Or gyata, gyan, and geya, gyan, and gyata are different. So that is the all this srishti, maya, jagat, jagat mithya, that jagat, it is all about the jagat, the experience of the jagat. That is the first stage. And this stage is being known as the tattva of the Omkar, as per the Mandukya Upanishad. It is known as the Vaishwanara stage. We say that in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutvam Praninam Deham Asrita Pranapana Samayukta Pachamyanam Chaturvidham is a shloka about our Vaishwanara Tattva. So this stage is known as the Vaishwanara. Then what is the second stage? The second stage is known as Jagat, Tejas stage. In this Tejas stage, what happens? We are into our inner world. Means we are in the world which is being created by our thoughts, of our emotions and of our imagination and of the my mind. I'm into very much into that inward world. मन की रची हुई दुनिया में हम रहते हैं, and we are focused on our inner world, and that is known as Tejas. That means I am into the dreams. What King Janak has experienced in his dream, what he has experienced in his sleep, when he was in sleep, that is known as Tejas, second stage of our Atma, Chaitanya, Chetana, second stage of the Chetana. Then what is, and it is known by U. From the Omkar, U, Ma, the second one is known as a U stage. The third one is the stage of Pragya, and it is known as a Ma stage. And this Pragya has the sthiti, the condition, the phase of Brahma Bhava. When he says that, oh, I am the Brahma, but still he is not completely become the Brahma, or there is still a bhava of Brahma Bhava. In the first stage, there is a Deha Bhav. Jagruk Avastha means Deha Bhav. And the third stage, Pragya, means Brahma Bhav. Deha Bhav and Brahma Bhav. Both these stages are there up to the third stage of Pragya. And this Pragya has a deep sleep without any dream. There, he is intellectually awakened. And he knows that the Tattva is everywhere, as it is in me also. And there is no desire and no dream. In the second stage, there is a dream as well as desire. In the Pragya Avastha, there is no desire and no dream, but he is in the sleep because he has the bhav. He has the bhav of Brahma Bhav, and that is his intellectual, Bauddhik. We can say that it is his Bauddhik intellectual stage, intellectual phase. The second one is his Manasika Bhava, his emotional stage. And it is known by Ma Tattva of the. And the last one is the Turiya Avastha or the Samadhi Avastha, which is being defined by full Omkar, Om. And this Om is a Paramatatva. Once one realizes that Om is the Paramatatva, Paramatma, he is one in the Samadhi, Turiya Avastha, where there is no Brahma Bhava and where there is no Deha Bhava. Means he is neither in Vastavik, in reality life, awaken and being one with the Paramatatva, that he no more exists in his any kind of emotion, thought, or his body. He sees only that Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. Only Brahma Tattva, only one Tattva is there, that is Brahma Tattva. That is known as a Parama Jagrukata. Parama Jagruk. He is a very, very aware and self-actualized. And this is the Turiya Avastha, which is the truth as per the Ashtavakra, who has blessed Raja Janak. That is the reality of your existence. The same thing is explained in this Abhanga by Sant Jnaneshwar. कापुराची वाती उजळली ज्योती ठाईच समाप्ती झाली जैसी. Now we will see that if Kapur is a representation of our Deha Bhava, of our Paroksha Gyan, the five senses, knowledge of five senses, which we exist, and our Rutti is outward towards the Bahya Jagat, outward world. And Vati, Kapurachi Vati,
Anantaji, you are on mute.
yeah. Am I on unmute now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
You are
yeah,
audible.
now this the bhav, the Brahma bhav is the jyoti on that kapur, on that camphor. When I lighten it, that is the Brahma bhav of the pragya sthiti. But what is the reality? Once I enlighten that camphor, does that jyoti exist anymore? Say after 1 hour, it is going to vanish. And what happens to the camphor? It also goes vanish. It is no more. The same happens in the Turiya Avastha. And that is the Drushtanta given by Santa Gyaneshwar. What is Turiya Avastha? When neither there exists the camphor nor that light. Both Deha Bhav and Brahma Bhav both vanishes. And then what remains? Only the Brahma Tattva. Though no more one who is who has attained that Turiya Avastha or Samadhi Avastha, he is no more that person. He is just a Brahma forever. He is a Brahma forever. कापुराची ज्योती वाती उजळली ज्योती ठाईच समाप्ती झाली जैसी मोक्ष रेखे आला भाग्य विनटला साधूचा अंकिला हरिभक्त. But when it happens, how one can go for these 4 stages from his Deha Bhav to no Bhav? It is only possible with the bliss of Sadguru. Without complete surrender at the feet of Sadguru, it is just not possible to be one with the Brahma Tattva. Just a minute. हेलो, नहीं आप मामा को बोलो, मैं बात कर लेंगे उनसे. मामा बात कर लेंगे उनसे. Am I audible?
Yes, Anantaji.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. So of all these, the crux of all these Upanishad and Ved is being explained in this small 4 shlokas of this Abhanga, and which is very much relevant and identical with the Mandukya Upanishada. In Mandukya Upanishad, all these 4 stages of the Chetana are explained with the Mahavakya of the research on the Chetana. It is about Ayam Atma Brahma, that is Anusandhana Vakya. Anusandhan means researching on the Chetana. And these 4 stages are applicable for every living creatures. And it is only and only the human being has this capability to achieve these four stages. Is it possible for any other living creature apart from human being to be in the avastha of samadhi, or to be in the avastha of pragya, or to be in the avastha of tejas? It is not possible. We all are blessed by the Almighty, by the Creator, that we have this capability of all these four stages, because we are the only one who has the capability, the
Again, it's on a mute.
Audio disruption.
Yeah. Anantaji, you are on mute.
hello.
Yeah, it's audible now.
This is the Abhanga with these four shloks. At the end, at the last shlokas, Jnanadev says, Jnanadeva Godi Sangati Sajjani Hari Dise Jani Vani Atma Tatvi. And that is the Vishwarupa Darshan, what Arjuna has experienced in the Bhagavad Gita. When in the Purusha Sukta, also we experience that Sahasra Shirkha, Sahasra Purukha. So the presence of the God everywhere. Valagra matram hrudayastha madhe vishwam devam jatarupam varenyam tam atmastham enu pashanti dhirastesham shantir bhavati netaresham. He is in that sukshma tattva everywhere, omnipresent. Even the virus exists with that tattva. Such a microbiology, when we understand, no bacteria, no virus can exist without the tattva. That is the Atma tattva, Brahma tattva. As it is there, it is within every living creatures. And so we experience the Brahmarpanam Brahma, Havir Brahmagno, Brahmana Hutam, Brahmaiva Tena Gantavya, Brahma Karma Samadhina, Daivam Eva Pare Yajjam, Yoginaha Paryupaste, Brahmagnava Pare Yajjam, Yajja Naivopajuhati. Having this Brahma Tattva, one with that Parama Tattva is itself a Yajna. And that is the Yajna through these all four stages. First stage is Jagruk. Second one, first is a Vaishvanara, when we are Jagruk, all our senses are outward. Then second is Tejas, when the senses are inward and we are into our own world of the mind, in mind, intellect, and our Antakarana Panchaka. Then third one is a Pragya, when we are into the Brahma Bhav. And last one is the Samadhi or Turya, when the Brahma Bhav also not exist and we become one with that Paramatatva. That is the experiencing of that 24th shloka of the 4th adhyay of Bhagavad Gita. Harihi Oma Brahmarpanam Brahma Havir Brahmagno Brahmana Hutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavya Brahma Karma Samadhina Daivam Eva Pare Yajjam Yogina Paryupasate Brahmagnava Pare Yajjam Yajja Naivopa Juhati. That is a Brahma Yajna. So this is the opportunity for only human beings to have the Brahma Yajna, completion of that Brahma Yajna, and experience that oneness and these four avastha. So what is the Omkar? That is the fourth stage of our Chetana, avastha of the Chetana. That is the Paramatma. Omkar itself is a Paramatma who was before the past and who will be ahead of the future. So the only existing tattva is the Parama Tattva, Omkara Tattva, and that is our aim or our goal on this path of divine life. So this way, very in our own language, very easily, very sweetly, Jnanadev has given this Amrita, this Anubhava to us. Sadhu bodha zhala to na uroniya thela. With the Upadesh of Sadguru, the journey starts. It is not possible without Nivrittinath for Jnanadev to start his spiritual journey. We have experienced in last session about the Sangadev Pasashti. What he said that it is just because of the Nivrittinath I could deliver this divine preaching or the blessings to Sangdeva. Sangadeva, tujhe ni vyaje, mauliya Sri Nivritti Raje. Swanubhave rasala khaje, didale lobhe. So that is the sweetness of Sant Gyaneshwar. And he says, it is only possible with the sadhu bodha. Without Nivrittinath, Jnanadev cannot do any divine. Even though his power on that Achetan wall, it was with the orders of Nivrittinath, he just ordered that wall, we have to move on, and it moved. So that was the surrender of Sant Jnaneshwar at the feet of his Sadguru Nivrittinath. So sadhu bodha zhala to na uroniya thela. It is only possible with the Sadguru blessing, the touchstone. And at the last shloka, Jnanadev has the sweetness of what? Sat Sangha, Sat ka Sangha. The sweetness of he likes and he loves have the Sangati of Sajjana. Jnanadeva Godi Sangati Sajjani Hari Dise Jani Vani Atma Tatvi. One who is a Brahmanishta, one who is completely in that Brahma Tattva, he likes only the company of those who have the unshakable surrender at the feet of Sadguru and who are on the path of divine life, the Brahma Tattva. So in this way, this sadhutva ki prapti, the sixth abhanga, it could be experienced in this session. And the Sajjan, whom he says Sajjan, they are the Santa, they are the Mahanta, they are the Rishi, they are the Muni, they are the Siddha, they are the Sadhu, they are one who are Samadhani, means completely Santushta, Santushtaha Satatam Yogi, Yatatma Drudha Nishaya. So, one who are completely in compliance with their self, composed. Then the devotees, Bhakta, one who are Mukta, one who has attained their salvation, one who are the Brahmagyani, one who are the Digambar, one who are the Sannyasi and the Tapasvi. These all are the Sajjans, which in whose company Jnanadev likes very much, the most. And these are the four stages what we could understand. And this is possible only in the Naradeha, only in this human life. Without human life, all the Santa, Mahanta, Rushi and Sajjan Sangati is not possible. It is possible only with this human life. So this Naradeha itself is the blessings for all of us for this spiritual journey. Thank you so much. And if we can have any elaboration, we can right now, just now, we can go for that if there is any elaboration required. So the forum is open.
Thank you, Anantaji. If anyone would like to repeat any section, they can just raise their hand and they can ask.
Yeah.
No, it seems
Anji,
so.
Namaste.
Namaste.
You were discussing about this, 4 stages of our life. The first two, I am, more or less, I am in a position to understand the Bhaudik Sthiti. And, you see that a deep sleep, what we experience in the sleep. Then when you come to that Turiya or Samadhi Avastha, how our conscious will feel it? How do we know that, we are in that stage?
As long as we know that we are in the stage of Brahma Bhava, we are not into the Samadhi. We are just into the Pragya Avastha, which is the Baudik Avastha. And in Samadhi, there is neither Brahma Bhava nor Deha Bhava. That means it is at par. It is across the Paroksha and Aparoksha Jnana. And that is the goal to be experienced.
No, that the Turiya Avastha you are telling it is a Samadhi Avastha means, is it, physically live or it's a dead Avastha?
One can say that it is not a live avastha because you don't have any experience on that. You don't have the experience of the 5 senses. And beyond that, your intuition also, it is beyond your intuition also. We can say that one is focused on himself, inward journey or inward focus. Still there is an experience, no? Still there is an experience. So when there is no desire, when there is no dreams, or when there is no Gyan itself, that is the oneness. That is the oneness. And in Pragya Avastha, we are aware that I know about the Brahma. But in Turiya Avastha, you yourself become the Brahma. Then how would you know? Because to know anything, you have to be apart from that thing. If I am within you, how can I see you? I have to come out of you, then only I can see you. It is the same way when the sadhak is in the Brahma Tattva, he can't see the Brahma Tattva anymore. He becomes the Brahma Tattva. So there is Advaita. Completely when, for example, we have the drishtanta of, suppose, a salt. If I take 1 kg of salt, tied it with a rope, it's a solid salt, and I move on in the boat and I just try to measure the depth of ocean with that salt and the rope. How long that salt will exist? It will just be the part of the ocean, isn't it? Yeah. We can't measure the depth of ocean with the help of the salt. The same happens to the sadhak, and he himself becomes the Brahma. That means he becomes the ocean himself. Like the salt becomes the water in the ocean, the same happens with the sadhak from Pragya to Samadhi. And that is to be experienced. That is to be experienced.
No, that is exactly my doubt. How do we experience that one?
That is the spiritual journey. Only in the guidance of Sadguru, it could be experienced. It
so
could be.
Stage, last class also we were discussing in the stages of body, mind, intellect, and finally the consciousness. At what level, we'll feel it, how do we know that, one person, if it's a second person, okay, we can say there's a second person has experienced that one. If it is with ourselves, how do we know what will be, that, philosophical, extent or, experience?
So about the Turiya Avastha and the Samadhi Avastha, it is to be just experienced. It could not be talked or taught, or it could not be shared the experience. It is just like that. How do you experience when you have electric current? That is to be experienced only. No one can explain that what happens exactly. It is the experience of the energy, and this is the path, and this is the only opportunity that one could go ahead on this spiritual journey.
No, as you said, if it is an electric shock, there is a physical manifestation of that force.
Yeah.
Reaction in our body.
Yeah.
So we can explain, this is the way a shock, impacts you. We can explain.
But when you explain, is it the completeness unless the person himself has that experience? There is a difference explaining what happens when you have electric shock and when one himself experiences that shock. There is a difference.
Yeah.
And that difference is the same about talking about the Turiya Avastha and experiencing it. It has a huge difference.
Okay, maybe I'm not very, clear about that one. Maybe when I'm not in a position to understand that one, possible.
No, that is to be this journey itself is a journey of experience. When we practice regularly, and he has given us the way from say Bhuta Shuddhi Kriya, Guru Kriya, and when we are into that journey, slowly we can understand, we can experience that.
And that is exactly I asked in the beginning. See, even experience, if you say that you can experience, it has got some kind of a manifestation. That this is the way I felt about it. That is called experience, You see something, then I say that no, I felt very happy. That is an experience.
Yeah.
Suppose, you enjoy something or, there is some bad thing, then you say that no, this is the way I experience it. That is the manifestation. So you said in this Turiya Avastha, how will I experience that one?
That is with the regular practicing of the Sadgurus, under the Sadguru's guidance. And it is a practice. Without the Sadguru's blessings, even Jnaneshwar couldn't go for Samadhi. It was all his Nivrittinath's blessings on him that he had the Sanjeevani Samadhi. So that's why without Sadguru, this could not be experienced.
When you say about this Samadhi, your physical body remains or not?
Your tattva is there. Your tattva is there.
Tattva is there, but not that physical.
Sanjeevani Samadhi means what? See, Sanjeevani Samadhi means what? At near Pune, there is a Kshetra, Alandi Kshetra, where Sant Jnaneshwar has a Sanjeevani Samadhi. And after taking that Samadhi, after 300 years, he had guided Sant Eknath from Paitan that you come to Alandi and remove those roots of that Ajana Ruksha, which were troubling him. And he came there and he entered into that Samadhi place and he removed that. The Sanjeevani Samadhi there are many Siddha and Santa in this land who have underwent that has Sanjeevani Samadhi, and still their power, their energy is still experienced over there. So about this Turiya Avastha and the Samadhi, it is more to be experienced than to discuss on that.
Okay. Thanks.
Welcome.
Thank you, Nair sir. Thank you, Anandaji. One more thing, Dr. Devang Patil wants to elaborate complete surrender to Guru Tattva.
So what is the complete surrender to the Sadguru Tattva?
Yes, Guru Tattva. Yeah, complete surrender to Guru Tattva.
So we will understand it from the experience of Sant Jnaneshwar and Nivrittinath. After delivering that divine preaching to Sangdeva, at the end of Sangdev Pasashti, what Sant Jnaneshwar says, Sangadeva tujeni vyaje mauliya Sri Nivritti Raje. He never has credit to him. The power of karta, I am. No, there is no I. There is either Sangdev or Nivritti. He himself is just a medium. And that is the complete surrender. When we forget I, when we forget that ahanta, that is the complete surrender. Am I right?
Yes. I hope Dr. Devang agreed on this. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Okay, I guess we are good for today, Anantaji, because we have a next session next Sunday about a group discussion on the same topic. So,
Yeah.
If anyone would like to question or want to discuss something, we can discuss next weekend, which is our group discussion. So, thanks all of you to join, and we can close the session with the end prayer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you. You all have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick Science Foundation.